King lost talk to us about that, did he not?
Yes,
He said we have to appreciate that the guys have jobs to do, and you can't ask them to, they're gonna plow snow all winter, and then in the summer, they're gonna cut down phragmites. So I think what we have to do is we have to be very business-like about how we apply our resources and who resources. It may be a private sector thing, it may not be. But I do know one thing, is the private sector is gonna be very involved, because we don't own a lot of shoreline, but we own a lot of roads and stuff. So it's gonna be a mixture of both. So business plan, I think, is in order. So do we need a motion for, to get a report and stuff?
Probably would be the best to have the rate.
That's part of it.
Further review, part of it. Our drainage superintendent has to be involved. It's a major.
Probably, yeah, but quite a few people. I don't
Everybody
know.
Every day, it's in every
It's
day.
It's all through fun.
Yeah.
So you're making a motion that we ask.
Okay, what Lori wants, training started. Training started with Frank Litchell, because he's obviously the guy who's on top of the situation. What, a business plan, how do we come up with a business plan to deal with this long term? Because we haven't got a clue where we're starting right now.
Can that include contact and conservation authority, see where they are on this and how they develop the plan and province and lobbying?
Yes, all those things.
All those things need to be part of the
All
plan.
those options.
Full
I
context.
never heard the county discuss.
Move that motion. You seconding that?
I'm going to second it, and I'm going to add a friendly amendment that I think it's easier with this council when we went through the priorities. And so I think the planning for this should be a priority given the timelines, and I think maybe some of our thinking should be dedicated to the context. I think we have to look business like that. I think we have to look like we're serious. And there's lots of partners in this. There's lots of partners. MNR, environment, solid waste.
It goes on and on.
It goes on and on. So.
Councilor McGuire.
I'd like to also see part of this staff report is mapping of where exactly it is right now in municipalities. Because it's in grand plan, it's all over the place, but is it on private land, county land? We should have
It's a
a
whole,
complete.
that's a large report,
will
that's
be.
a huge job.
Will be.
But if you use the riding scrubber.
If you have staff going on in vehicles, they see it.
How much budget are we putting with this if we want mapping? How much time, like, we talk about dollars, we talk about priorities. We have to get to our strategic planning process, and that's where we start setting our priorities on all these issues and how we part of it. So each time we find an article or something that's an issue, and we all of a sudden that's a priority, and then the next issue we get to, that's a priority, and the next issue we get to, they're all priorities. We can't just do everything. This is the Councilor.
You said it, because how many priorities have we identified so far? Even just looking at the last couple of sets of minutes, we've got priorities there, and then traffic study is now a priority. Everything's a priority, and this stuff is all going to cost. We've got a budget process we're dealing with, so yes, we need a plan. We need to look at some options, and we need to look at what's realistic. We really do.
Yeah, you're right.
So
we need to find
let's
out.
slow down and examine it thoroughly. We already have mapping. We do have a map that was done. Now, could it be a little bit more? Yeah, there could be more detail and so on, and showing where all this stuff is. All we have to do is drive up and down side roads and drive anywhere in Land Shores and we'll see it. Nevertheless, the original map that was provided to us in the first report that Peggy did for us was 3% of municipal property that is involved here. But we know there's a whole lot more. So just let's take our time with all of these priorities and decide what really is important.
And what's realistic. Important part.
And realistic.
The motion is, John? Do you have
Business.
Basically report back on get to that.
What's
When you just moved off.
a report on how to develop the plan?
Because, I mean, we're not gonna get the plan, we need to know how to get there, we have to get going. We started on this during this budget session, did we not? We did apply money to it. So we've already prioritized, it is an issue, it's how we're gonna go about it. That's what we're really discussing.
There was a test done today, was there not? They did some rolling and they did some cutting and they did some
We
spraying.
did the beach today.
They did the beach today, so we have,
We're doing
ask on that too, I guess one of the things that frustrates me, and I'm gonna be very brief, but one of the things that frustrates me is we keep talking in a nebulous sense about making plans and strategic planning, and I never see any hard and fast dates. I never see anything by this date, we're gonna do this, by this date, we're gonna do this, so it just kind of goes off into a vacuum somewhere, and we wait for a staff report back, and these guys are inundated with work, but I really wish we would put dates to things to say, and so maybe that's to Councillor Owen's point, maybe next Tuesday, the 13th, if we had a strategic planning, 13th, right? Next Tuesday? Make a priority day, and let's sit down and talk about it and say, okay, what do we need to see by a certain date for action, and throw it out for discussion. But I really think, you know what, we just, I was gonna say piss around, but that would be profane. We just seem to, you know, we need to get tougher with our date. Good plan.
Next Tuesday, I don't think we can be ready with the strategic planning
No,
priority.
well, why not? Why can't we come to the table?
Say
with
September the
ideas?
21st is possibly the date, September 21st or 23rd.
We need to dedicate time to it, that's the problem, we can't throw
As
it
a
into.
strategic planning, but I think we've gone through the process, and that was one of my reports on here, was how do we move to the next step of the strategic planning? And the next step of strategic planning is putting all of these things through our rec and leisure master plan, the roads needs study, all of those things into a report, and where do we set it out, how do we prioritize it, what's short-term, long-term, what's immediate, what have we already completed, put that on and bring that list up to date from our previous strategic plan, the things that are in there that were long-term or maybe now up to date. We haven't adjusted that. We've had those reports, we've looked at the previous one, but we haven't put the stuff from the rec and leisure plan into those reports, picked them out and put them together and put them into this thing. And I think that's something that staff, the management team can put together, bring it back to us, and we'll adjust it. But I think we need to give them time to do that. I'm suggesting the week of the 21st of September to do that. That's a couple weeks down the road. Councillor,
Yes, I didn't want to go past 10 o'clock. I know there's other things that need to be done, new business, which I'm not going to leave here until we get through, no matter what we talk about. And I'm ashamed that we are going down towards the strategic planning thing right now when we haven't got it on our schedule, and it should be on the schedule, but it's also got to be pointed out that it is time for the staff, now that they have our priorities, the most important, most urgent, and I know for a fact that they're working on trying to bring that in to an overarching plan with their heads, so they can have something that they can grapple and we can look at and grapple with as well. So we've got to be a little bit patient. We've got to go slow on something like this at the very beginning, so we can go fast later on, instead of coming back and reinventing the wheel. If we start doing knee-jerk reactions on every single thing when it comes to strategic planning, we are in for a world of hurt, because we're going to be building on sand. So we've got to build that foundation, and that's why we have a CAO, and that's why we have section heads to look at what we've decided that we want as our priorities and our policies, so that they can put them together in a cohesive and comprehensive plan for us to be able to go ahead with. Thank you.
Roland?
You said the 21st,
Yep.
22nd, morning, afternoon, what date is it?
I'm thinking,
You've got tree planting on the 21st.
I guess,
September.
What date is September the 21st?
It's a
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday afternoon?
You got a business
We have
workshop
county council.
at 6 p.m.
I know,
Afternoon?
I know.
Well, in the morning on Monday.
I was thinking like a 3 o'clock in the afternoon works for Dave.
Yep.
We can go from 3 till 5 or 6, a couple hours is the time that.
Which day?
Yeah, but after the
Not
20,
in the morning.
we have county council on the 21st. Or is that just,
That's
that'll be
committee.
afternoon, it'd be
Oh,
afternoon.
your afternoon
Yeah.
committee.
Mhm.
Your afternoon committee be done by 3,
Usually.
usually? 3 o'clock on the 21st?
Mhm.
Where are we meeting?
We'll find a
We're
location.
done.